Do you ever feel burned out or just completely unmotivated? Well, if you do or you have, I know exactly how you feel because I've been there many times before. But today on this video, I'm gonna share with you a conversation that I had with a billionaire where he shared with me exactly what to do to overcome burnout, become more motivated than I'd ever been before, and I'm gonna share those tips with you coming up. Okay, so when I sat down with this billionaire, just having a heart-to-heart conversation with him, and I go, look, not only am I burned out, but I have no motivation whatsoever. It's not that I'm unmotivated, there is none left. I felt depressed. I didn't even want to put one foot in front of another, but thank God he told me what I needed to hear and not what I wanted to hear, because he looked at me and he goes, Darin, it's not that you're burned out. The lack of motivation comes from a lack of clarity. When you're clear on what you really want and why you're gonna go out and build your business, because that clarity gives you focus. That focus is going to give you energy. So it all comes back to clarity. Why are you building your business? And he got me to share with him the reasons that I was going out every day and fighting to have a better life for my family. So anything that we ever achieve, we're gonna achieve in our head first. The late, great Bob Proctor said, look, thoughts are things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. The late billionaire Paul Meyer goes, look, what thou seest here, thou beest. So it all starts in your mind on what you want, why you want it. It's about getting crystal clear on the reasons that you're building your business. When this billionaire said, look, go out and do a vision or a dream board, to be honest with you, I thought that was kind of crazy. I'm like, I'm not in kindergarten, I'm not a little kid. But then I go, wait a minute, it's his private jet that we flew in. It wasn't mine. You know, it was his home in the Cayman Islands that we visited. It wasn't mine. If he says do a dream board, it's important to go do a dream board and turn the dream machine back on. See, I hadn't had my dream machine turned on for many years. Some of you, there's so much dust on your dream machine, right? You got to go out there and you got to start it back up. You hadn't been dreaming since you were in school. And as I was preparing for this video, I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Back in school, I used to get in trouble for daydreaming. Now I get paid for it. So what are the reasons that you're building your business? The clearer the picture of your future in your head, the more goal-directed your actions are on a daily basis. So make a dream list. Start listing anything and everything that you ever want to accomplish. And you want to take off your judge's robe. Now, what do I mean by that? If money, resources, time, you had unlimited resources, where would you go? Where would you travel? Who would you help? Who would you give to? Who would you support? Where would you live? What kind of car would you drive? You know, so just turn that dream machine back on and spend some time doing that. I mean, most people spend more time planning their vacation than they do planning their life. So when you make that dream list, when you create that dream board, you start to ignite, okay, that motivation, that clarity is going to give you focus, and that focus is going to give you energy. Anytime that I start to feel unmotivated or burned out, what I do is I go back to, okay, why am I doing what I'm doing today? Tip number 2. Create an environment for success. Now remember, your subconscious is always recording. And what I wanted to do is set up things around me to constantly remind me of my goals and the reasons that I'm working so hard. So if I had time and wasn't trying to keep this video so short, I could take you around my office and show you how I've done things like on your phone. Okay, you create a screensaver. There's all kinds of free apps and free software where you can put some of your top goals and dreams on your phone, your iPad, and your computer. I just saw a recent statistic that in 2022, we on average check our phones 344 times every single day. So every time you look down at your phone, your subconscious is seeing your family, your dream home, the places you want to travel. So not only do I have screensavers on all those devices, but I also have pictures of my family all around my office and in different locations. So remember, when I get discouraged, when I feel like there's a lack of motivation, when I start to feel burned out, I go, no, they're the reason that I'm fighting so hard, and I will not quit. And I've put different places throughout my office and in my achievement planner. I will until. Okay, then you also could have a playlist. So I went to Spotify and I created a playlist of uplifting, motivating music that I named Next Level. So again, just to get me in that state of motivation. So I have the playlist, I have the screensavers. My wife and I like to go to Hawaii. So if you look, you probably can't see it, but behind me is a glass jar where I took when we left Hawaii. We were staying at a North Shore at Turtle Bay, and I went and put some of the sand from the beach, and my wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm taking some of the beach home with us. Okay, so there are a bunch of reminders around me of Hawaii, right? There's pictures, there's sand in a bottle, there's all kinds of things. And then one more thing that I've done is I have a TV with different YouTube videos of places that we want to travel that's also playing in the background, you know, going, hey, look, that's going to be my reward goal for working so hard, creating those memories that will last a lifetime with my family. So those are just a few ideas, and I'm sure you may have some. What motivates you? What can you put around you to create an environment of success to keep you pushing forward no matter what happens? Tip number 3, have an attitude of gratitude. When you're grateful, it's hard to be fearful, it's hard to be depressed. It's one of the healthiest emotions we can possibly experience. Tony Robbins says, trade your expectations for appreciations. Every single day, I work on a list of things, even if it's mentally, even if it's talking with my family, of all the things that we have to be grateful for, and there's so many things. If you're breathing right now, able to watch this video, you have something to be thankful for. Water to drink, food to eat. There's so many little things that we take for granted every single day. And so when you take time and just be grateful, have an attitude of gratitude, it's amazing how much of an energy shift that puts in your body and helps you have such a better day. So on a daily basis, I challenge you to have a gratitude journal. Every day, take time and just be thankful and grateful of the things that you do have in life, and then you'll enjoy the journey so much more. Question of the day. After listening to these 3 tips, what's one thing that you're going to implement right away? Please put that in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video training, I'm going to put another one right here on the screen and also in the description below, and we'll see you on the next training. Does my hair look okay? Oh my gosh.